Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me Shop My Stash featuring Chantecaille. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. Thank you so much for tuning into these Shop My Stash, oh gosh. Thank you so much for tuning into these Shop My Stash videos. I just love them because with so much new makeup, it is really difficult to actually play with the makeup that I love. So as you can see, I have a lot to choose from here. If I don't feature something that you'd like to see, please let me know. I would love to do that in the future, but let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to go in first with the Rose de May Pure Rose Water, although I have added a couple of other things to it. I've added just a few drops of the Rose de May Face Oil, which I love. This one really absorbs beautifully into the skin. If you need a little bit more hydration before you apply your makeup, this one doesn't interfere. It's not greasy feeling in any way, so I think this one's really beautiful. But I did put just a few drops in here. And I also did include just a little bit of the Radiance Elixir, so I have a bit of a concoction here. I'm gonna shake it first and then I'll spray. And I like this bottle because it's not glass. I've had the large one and it just fell and shattered because we have very hard floors here. But this one is much safer for me. I'm really clumsy, and it also has a really nice spray on it. So just to get a little bit more hydration on there before I apply foundation. So I thought we could compare the Cushion Foundation with the Future Skin Foundation side by side so you can see the difference. Let's go in with the Future Skin. I have the shade Cream, and this is the best shade match. I have also Shea, which is a bit more rich. We'll use that in a moment. And also Sand, which is much too deep for me, especially now. This is one of the best shade matches I found, and it doesn't look like it matches exactly, but it does a really nice job of brightening my skin. Just put a little bit on here. And I'm going to spray it with a few sprays of this mixture again, and then I'm going to go into the cushion. It does have an applicator, but I prefer this after kind of experimenting a little bit. And this is the shade Nude here. It's really great for the center of my face. I'm just going to stipple on these areas, and then I have a little bit of a something there so you'll be able to see it cover really nicely. It does a good job of melding with my skin here, but it's a little bit light for my forehead. So I'm just gonna concentrate it mainly here. I'm also going to use it as a concealer. So this one doesn't require concealer. I can just take the cushion like this and then apply directly like this, and I just pat. And it does a really beautiful job of covering. Builds beautifully, so nothing strange texture-wise here. I forgot to go in though. If you want it really perfected, I forgot to do that today, but I did this in the demo. The Chantecaille Anti-Pollution Mattifying Cream is really beautiful under this foundation in particular. If you have enlarged pores, this one's really nice. It doesn't emphasize them. And if you go in with that mattifying cream, it's much more perfected. I am going to use the Sisley Eye Concealer in number 4. I don't have anything like this by Chantecaille, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that first, but we'll use a second concealer that is by Chantecaille here. We will go in now though with the Chantecaille. This is the Le Camouflage Stilo, and I can't remember the shade. I have to look up the one that I have. I always forget. But I have it listed somewhere. It's for something. We're going to use this like I used the La Prairie. So we're just gonna take this and go right in that darkest area. We just wanna do this to bring it forward a little bit so that my darkest area is right there. And we'll do that on the other side as well. So just a slight adjustment there, but it just, I think, makes it look that much better. I need a little bit of Mocha. This is a Clé de Peau concealer. It's much more heavy duty, so I'm going to go in the corners here. I still need to try their foundation concealer stick and see how it works, but I like this for the corners just because it's a little bit drier and it does really well right here for me. Oh, I also want to use the Stilo to put down a bit of a primer on my eyelids, just to kind of even everything out. And this dries down nicely as a primer. Let's talk about these foundations quickly. Here it says on their site, an oil-free gel foundation with an ultra lightweight, refreshing texture. And I think that describes it perfectly. Very, very lightweight. You can see the skin through this foundation. It says it's buildable and that it provides adjustable coverage while light reflecting pigments, easy appearance of imperfections for a naturally flawless finish. And I think it does, I think it blurs. It does a really good job of that. But if I wanted something more flawless, more perfected, I would go with this cushion foundation. It says it's a fresh water-based foundation formula with smoothing and anti-pollution skincare ingredients that blur imperfections and leave skin looking flawless. And I definitely think you can achieve that flawless look with this without concealer like I did here. So let's go ahead and even these out though, but I wanted to give you a sense of what they looked like once I had concealer under my eyes too, because I think that makes a difference overall. So I'm gonna take this same brush and just even everything out. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of Shea right here in the Future Skin and use that for my forehead. Because my forehead is just deeper than the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with a deeper foundation. This does such a beautiful job of setting all by itself. It probably doesn't need a powder, like I've said, if you have drier skin, but I love the hummingbird powder, so I'm just going to go ahead in the front here and apply just for a little more extra perfecting. I do have a couple of bronzers by Chantecaille. I have here Serena, and I also have Grwm right here. So you can see they look very similar, but you can see this one has much more of a warm tone. So we're gonna go in with Serena. I just wanted to show you these side by side so you can get an idea of the foundations, but this one is Cream, and this is Shea, and this is Sand. So you can see they're right next to each other in the lineup from lightest to deepest in terms of what I have. Let's go ahead now with Serena as bronzer though. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add brows. I don't have anything by Chantecaille for brows, but I am going to use a Chanel product, 810. We gotta find it, and the Suq brow gel. So I'll be right back. Eyebrows are on. This is the Chanel product I used for my pencil. It's the Defining Longwear Eyebrow Pencil. Let's go ahead with eyes, and I thought we could take a look at what I have here in terms of options. I haven't used these in a while. They're the Grwm Luxe Eye Duos, and they're so beautiful. I feel like these don't get as much attention as some of their other eye products, but I think they're so pretty. So we have here Piazza San Marco, and it's got like a cool tone to it, almost like a bluish tone in that gray. We also have Tibet here, which is a warmer kind of gray tone. I think that one's really pretty. And we also have Monte Carlo, which is also, of course, really pretty. Now, let's see. I think out of all three, let's take a look. Tibet is right here, Piazza San Marco in the middle, and then this third one here is Monte Carlo. I think we'll go in with Tibet today. I'm gonna do a really, really simple eye. So I'm gonna take this darker shade here and just apply that to the lid. It's got a beautiful shimmer to it, not too much though. I'm not a sparkly eyeshadow person, so this one's perfect in terms of a little something shimmery, but not too much. Okay, and that's what we'll do with that color. And then we're going to take the lighter shade here, this one, and we're going to actually put that above. So it doesn't seem like a crease color, but I just want to kind of do an ombre. So we'll just apply that above. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the top. Really simple. Let's go ahead on the bottom. We'll take this deeper shade on the outside here, and then we'll take this lighter shade right underneath. It's gonna tight line here with Earth. I think since we have so much shimmer, at least for me, I think we'll just put mascara for now and see if we need extra eyeliner on top of this, but I've got the Chantecaille, of course, the mascara, which is my all-time favorite mascara. This one builds so beautifully. You can add layers and layers, which I tend to do because I like how well it builds up. No flaking, anything like that. It is a stunning mascara if you haven't tried it. I've added mascara. I thought we could go in with a little bit of the Luminescent Eye Shade in Cheetah. So if you don't have this one, it's really great. Oh, I'm dropping my brush. It's really great for the inner corner. So I'm just gonna take that and add it. Just for a little bit more brightening. Let's go in with a blush. Now I have lots of blushes. I have the gel blushes, these kinds of blushes. I have like the little sea turtle one. I have these blushes. Let's see. Let's do the whale shark because I don't normally use that one. Then I thought we could do a little pop of color with sea turtle if I can find it. Okay, so this is the whale shark. Oh, let me show you manta ray. Manta ray and whale shark. So you can see I've used this one quite a bit. But this one's really pink compared to manta ray. Let's put this on and see how it looks. So much pinkier color on me. Still pretty though. And if you have trouble picking up this kind of a blush where it's more dense, I like the Ray Morris Kabuki brushes because they do a really nice job of getting that color off of the pan. And I think that's a really pretty look with the neutral eye. Let's take a little bit of Sea Turtle. So these are the little individual blushes. They're really cute. And this one's more like an apricot color, but I thought we could just go right under the eye, the end of the eye right here. That's where I like to do a little pop of color if I want to layer blush. I love layering blushes. Layering blushes. Can't speak today. When I go overboard with blush, I will take some of that hummingbird powder and I'll buff that in so it's not so much. It also softens the edges. Okay, now for the lip, lots of different choices, but I think today we will go in with one of the La Matte Stilos. Oh, this by the way too is also Chantecaille. I just happened to remember I had a top that goes with this really pretty pink shade. So I do have Aster here. Again, it's one of the new La Matte Stilos. I am going to go in though with this is a relatively new product to me. It's the Contour Fill. I like that it puts down a really smooth surface to apply any lipstick. I just have to remember to use it. That's the only thing. I think that cabinet's been open since I got my eyebrow pencil. That's fun. Okay, the only thing, and this has happened before, is that it's so smooth in terms of the surface that this will slide. So you just have to be careful. And I don't have a gloss by Chantecaille, but the lip cheeks are very much a glossier type of formula. Let's just add a little bit to the center. It has a little bit of color too, so it is warming it up just a bit. And this is a lip cheek again in Coral Belle. It looks like this. Oh no, I always do that. I never put down the lipstick before I put the lid on. It's a little mushed, but this is the shade. I love combining this one with other shades because it can be a little bit more corally than I want. And that is it for the look. Really simple. That's one of the things I love most about Chantecaille is that their products are so easy to use and the result is always beautiful. And I hope I was able to give you some information about the difference between the, let me call this the right way. So the Future Skin Cushion Foundation and the Future Skin Foundation. I think it was really clear the type of finish and the type of result you can get with either of these. So I think they both have their place in the collection and I'm really glad I have both as options. But let me know what you love most from Chantecaille, or if you haven't used anything before, I'd love to know what you're interested in. I have a lot of the collection, not quite everything, but there are still a few things I'd love to try. So let me know what you think I should pick up. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.